Well, before I begin, let me tell you a story. Last week, as I was walking, I slipped, fell, and well, here I am. It's been painful, frustrating, and limiting. I've had to rely on others for the simplest of things. But here's the twist. I'm completely fine. Now, how many of you actually believed that I was injured? Raise of hands. And how many of you gave it a thought that maybe for a second that he might be acting? Well, not a lot of you. That's what I thought. What you just experienced was not perception. What you just experienced was not deception. It was perception. You saw what you believed to be true. And what if I tell you that's exactly how life works? We see things the way we want to see them, not the way they actually are. Confused? Well, you're not alone. When I told my friends that I'm going to be talking about perception versus perspective, the very first reaction is usually something along the lines of, but bro, isn't it the same? Well, let's address the elephant in the room. Perception is what you see immediately in the moment. It's immediate, reactive, and it's based off assumptions. On the other hand, perspective involves you stepping into someone else's shoes. It's thoughtful and based on understanding. Let me give you an example. Let's take failure. When one person fails a test, they perceive it as proof that they aren't smart. When another person fails the same test, they see it as an opportunity to improve. Same situation, different perspective. This is the same technique that is taught to the spies at CIA. They are told that perception is just a surface level reaction. It's just the tip of the iceberg. For example, if a suspect walks in for questioning and they don't maintain eye contact, the perception of a spy would be, they must be lying. But a trained spy at the CIA will think and question, is it a childhood habit? Maybe they're nervous? What else could be possible? The point is to never stop questioning. And the moment we learn to shift our perspective, we unlock possibilities that we never imagined. And to do that, we need to go beyond the horizon. Now, before I continue, let me give you a quick story. In 2020, a factory worker lost his job. In that scenario, many of us would do what? Update our resume, cry into a bucket of ice cream, start a podcast that no one asked for? Well, this person chose to shift his perspective and see things from a different angle. Before I continue, this person is none other than Kabi Lame. Now, when you think and when you ask people, what can I do to become famous online? They'll usually tell you something along the lines of, you need to go interviewing people on the streets, or you need to start a channel and begin every video with, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. But Kabi heard all of this, and guess what he said? Absolutely nothing. He reacted without being over dramatic. All he did was take simple everyday actions of people overcomplicating them, staring into the camera, looking at them like this. Now, we've all heard the cliched question, is the glass half empty or half full? Well, this glass is completely full, so let me make it half empty. Half empty, excuse me, half empty, half full. Optimists say that this glass is half full. And pessimists say that this glass is half empty. But how many of us really ask, where is this glass placed? How heavy is the glass? Why is there liquid in the glass? The point is, some people see what's missing and others see what's possible. Just because you believe something doesn't make it true. Obstacles are obstacles only if you choose to see them that way. Challenge your assumptions. Shift your perspective, and the world shifts with you. Thank you.